Hey guys, it's Dan, your host, Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Let's Chit Chat video for today. We're going to be doing some updates on The Walking Dead. We're going to do a Walking Dead universe predictions video, and we're also going to be talking about a few other TV shows. We're going to talk about The Boys, we're going to talk about The Last of Us, we're going to talk about Stranger Things, and some filming updates for all of those. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a Let's Chit Chat video for today. We are here to discuss a whole bunch of stuff for this week. We're going to talk about the Walking Dead universe. We're going to talk about, of course, Fear the Walking Dead, all that stuff. We're also going to talk about The Boys. We're going to talk about Stranger Things. We're going to talk about The Last of Us. Whole bunch of different TV shows. So, hope you guys have all had a good week. We've had a great week on the channel. We did a whole bunch of Walking Dead ranking videos. We did some Fear rankings. We did a Dead City video. We did some other, predictions videos and stuff like that. I'm ready to get into another week because this is our final week of no Walking Dead content releasing. As of next week, there will be an early review, not this Thursday coming up, but next Thursday for the premiere of Season 8 of Fear the Walking Dead. So, very excited to get back to the reviews. This channel, honestly, guys, I don't think has ever gone through a review hold-off in such a long time. I mean, literally, if you look at the channel over the last couple years, we're always reviewing something. Whether it's The Boys, whether it's the Walking Dead universe, whether it's The Last of Us, whether it's whatever. And this year we've literally reviewed The Last of Us, and that's it. There's been nothing else. There have not been many reviews on this channel this year, and it's frankly because of the fact that there hasn't been anything releasing. So I've taken into kind of more top 10 videos. I've done more videos about, just predictions, and we did do movie reviews earlier this year. I still want to continue those as well, too. I have one in the works for you guys that I'm going to be getting to really soon. But yeah, the reviews, I've really missed them, man. I really have. Dan's reviews, it's all reviews, and unfortunately, over the last couple months, it's been like Last of Us, which was, pretty good, but that's it. We haven't reviewed that much else. So I'm excited to get back into the reviews. I know you guys all love it. I know you guys all enjoyed the black and white intros and the the fun stuff like that, and I don't know why, I'm missing it. I really miss doing reviews. So we may test out a few different movies or whatever over the next week or two, because honestly I'm really starting to miss doing reviews. It just feels like we haven't reviewed much this year because, like I said, there hasn't been much on. So again, I thank you all for your support during this kind of downtime where there hasn't been too much coming out. 2023 has been very, very silent for sure in terms of content, but that's about to change with Walking Dead coming back and a whole bunch of other TV shows that I know are going to be coming up this year. So definitely very exciting stuff. But let's talk about Walking Dead real quick, and then we'll get into some other stuff. So Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead releases in about 2 weeks as of today, and it also releases a week and a half as of today on AMC+. Now, I did do a little bit of a predictions list for the Walking Dead universe. It's just roughly what I think is going to happen with Walking Dead this year, so I'll kind of run through it with you guys, and I'd like to hear in the comments what do you guys think of my predictions for the release schedule for Walking Dead universe, because this is how I see this going down, right? We've got Fear the Walking Dead this year, we've got Dead City, and we've got Raise the Dead. Those are our three main things, and really our only things this year, unless, I guess they somehow managed to put out a Tales, of The Walking Dead, or I guess in this case, more Tales of The Walking Dead, but unless that happens, yeah, we have Raise the Dead, we have Dead City, and we have Fear the Walking Dead. Now, this is how I see it going down. Fear the Walking Dead starts, of course, on May 14th. I'm just going by the AMC releases. It goes by May 14th until June 18th, which on June 18th, we're going to have the premiere of Dead City, which means that the final episode of the first half of Season 8 of Fear the Walking Dead is going to air the same night as the first episode of Dead City, okay, with Maggie and Negan. Now, that's going to run through for 6 weeks. That would take us up to about July 23rd, which would be right before Comic-Con, or literally, around the time Comic-Con would happen. So, yeah, that would be really good. So, yeah, Comic-Con literally would hit right after Dead City finishes Season 1. And then, where's the year going to take us from there, right? Now, at Comic-Con, I think we're going to get probably a Raise the Dead trailer for Season 1. We're going to get a 8B trailer for Fear the Walking Dead. And we may or may not get a teaser or some small kind of thing for Summit, for the Walking Dead Summit. I really hope they can pull something off, because that would be really good. And maybe even tell us, when in 2024 it's coming. Maybe even announce a February release. That would be really good. But yeah, either way, I think that's what we'll get at Comic-Con. Now, here's when I think The Walking Dead will come back with 8B of Fear and with season 1 of Raise the Dead. Now, I think they're going to do the same thing that they did with Fear the Walking Dead and Dead City. I think they're going to line up 8B and season 1 of Raise the Dead. I think they're going to line those up to do a double premiere. So I think we're going to get 8B of Fear the Walking Dead first. Obviously, that'll be like probably late August or early September, which if I'm looking at the dates correctly here, it would probably be September 3rd. That would probably be when 8B of Fear the Walking Dead would start back up. So that would be September 3rd, and that would run through till about October 8th, which I think is going to be the release date of Raise the Dead. So that would be September 3rd to October 8th would be the series finale of Fear the Walking Dead, October 8th. And that would also be the night that we see the pilot of Raise the Dead. Now, from Raise the Dead, that would take us from October 8th to November 12th, and that would be the season 1 finale of Raise the Dead on November 12th. But I think that they will air the series finale of Fear on October 8th, and especially to get views in, right, because the Daryl show's coming in, they'll want people to watch the end of Fear the Walking Dead. So they're going to air that probably on October 8th, and that same night we'll start Raise the Dead with season 1, episode 1, and then that'll run through until November 12th. So that's where I think everything's airing, if I had to make a prediction. Obviously, we'll have to see how they handle it. Maybe Fear the Walking Dead will air a little bit earlier, maybe at like the end of August or something, and they'll kind of give us like maybe a week or two before Raise the Dead starts. That's very possible. But either way, for AMC release dates, obviously AMC Plus, we'll see when they release, I mean, literally AMC Plus, it's so random. Sometimes they release on Fridays, sometimes they release on Thursdays, you just never know. Sometimes it's a week ahead, sometimes it's not. I mean, AMC Plus is just all over the place. But either way, that's what I think relatively everything's going to release for Walking Dead this year, and I think that's where we're going to be going with it. Now, to get into a few other TV shows, to get into a few other stuff, we got The Boys Season 4, just to let you guys know, that has wrapped up filming for Season 4. Obviously, that is a major show that we review on the channel. The Boys is a great series on Amazon Prime. So I'm expecting a release for that probably in like the early fall, I could see Season 4 releasing, so that'll be cool. The Boys, Season 4, definitely looking forward to that. Season 3 was insane, right? I mean, we had Soldier Boy, we had like all this crazy stuff going on. So excited for Season 4. We also have The Last of Us Season 1, which apparently they announced on their Instagram the other day. In about 2 months, they're going to be filming Season 2. So that'd be probably in like June, July. They're going to start filming Season 2 of The Last of Us. So I would expect to see that probably either at the end of 2024 or early 2025, which is also what Bella Ramsey confirmed. So something like that. So for all you Last of Us fans, there's a little update for you on that. And then Stranger Things is also going to start filming in a few months. That show is going into its final season with season 5. It's been a long running series for sure. I feel like maybe some people would argue it's gone on a little too long. But I've enjoyed certain seasons while not liked others. I'm gonna be honest about that. I think some seasons are good, and some seasons aren't. But I'm definitely interested in seeing how they wrap up the show. I know a few people have been asking me, Dan, do you want to do a video on the Stranger Things spinoffs, because there's going to be a lot of Stranger Things spinoffs that come out. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I just don't have the interest. I really don't. I think Stranger Things is something that's been dragged through the mud already. I think Stranger Things should have been a 2 to 3 season show, to be honest. That's one of the things that I've heard a lot of people asking me is like, Dan, will you cover the Stranger Things spinoffs once those start releasing in probably like a few years? I probably won't. I just don't think I'm that invested enough in the Stranger Things franchise. I think the TV show is pretty decent. It's a pretty decent watch, but I just don't think that show really needs spinoffs. I just don't think it's necessary. I think it would be them milking something that's already kind of been milked to death, to be honest. So yeah, no, Stranger Things, I'm definitely not going to be covering the spinoffs, but I will finish season 5 with all of you guys, and we will do a review for the final season, maybe reviews for certain episodes, and yeah, it should be a lot of fun. And then in terms of Game of Thrones, because I wanted to talk about this one as well too, there have been a few different spin-offs announced for this franchise, and all I'm going to say about it is I highly disagree. I highly disagree. Listen, I was good with the idea of having House of the Dragon released because it's a cool prequel series, and we're going to continue to review it because it's really, really good. But Game of Thrones, the main main series has been done for a long time now. They released House of the Dragon. I'm like, okay, that's actually a good idea. Give us a prequel series, you know. And then for some reason they came out recently and said that they were going to do a Jon Snow spinoff. So now they're doing a sequel series, and then apparently there's a new series that came out recently that they announced that they're going to be doing is called The Night of the Seven Kingdoms, I think is the name of that one. I'm so out of the loop with the Game of Thrones spinoffs. I think the Game of Thrones universe needs to just chill out a little bit, to be honest with you guys. I like the main show, I do. Obviously, I'm not a big fan of the ending. I know not a lot of people aren't. I agree with those people. I think the end of Game of Thrones was really bad. But I actually was a major defender of House of the Dragon, and I still am to a certain degree. I think that House of the Dragon is a really good idea because it allows you to learn the lore about, you know, the Targaryens and stuff, right? And to me, it's a cool idea. But a Game of Thrones spinoff about Jon after the events of season 8, nah, you're at that point you're just milking it, if you ask me. There's not really a need for it, and if you ask me, it's their attempted way of doing a season 9, which I think is going to fail. To be honest, I don't think it's going to do all that well. And doing another series called The Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I know some people wanted me to do a video on it. I'm not going to do a video on it. I just think Game of Thrones, in terms of a franchise, I will review House of the Dragons. I think that show is really good so far. I may cover the Jon show, depending on how it goes, but like another series about the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and apparently there's like several more spinoffs that have yet to be announced. I mean, honestly, it's not making Walking Dead look all that bad. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, Game of Thrones, again, at a loss with it. Stranger Things, very excited for the filming of that. I think season 5 should be a good season, especially with Vecna, and Last of Us, very excited for filming of that, and you know, The Boys season 4, very much looking forward to it. So there's kind of an update on some of those shows because I know people were asking opinions. And, you know, what I like to do in these the Let's Chit Chat videos is I like to do videos for stuff that I don't think is quite enough to do a full video on for. So I figured I would address some of these shows. So, like I said, Boys, very excited. Stranger Things, I'll see it when I see it. Game of Thrones, I think they're milking it to death. And Last of Us, very excited. Very excited to see season 2. So, anyway. Let me know in the comment section below what are your guys' thoughts on all those shows. Also, when do you think all this Walking Dead stuff's going to be releasing? Do you agree with my predictions? Do you think that's relatively when everything will be releasing? And if not, let me know what do you think the dates will be for all these Walking Dead shows if you had to make a prediction and all that cool stuff. So anyway, if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this video, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos for the Walking Dead universe and everything else. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for the Walking Dead, Boys, Game of Thrones, and more. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.